And we are back. Apologies, everyone, for a little bit of a delay. Life has been life, and unfortunately, we've not been able to keep up the consistency of episodes like we were when we first started. But we're back now, and we're going to get regular episodes churning out again. Rich has joined me live in the studio today. Love that. So we can actually record a few, get a few in the bank, and then we can just do them remotely after this. Your first time being in the studio, Rich?
It is, mate, and I'll tell you what, it's nice. You've done a good job. It's a very nice little setup you got here, mate. So, yeah. But no, we made the effort for it to come down. I was away. Some of you will be unaware. I was away last week as well. So I thought, you know what, me and Frankie will get together. Let's catch up on some podcasts. Let's rip some product. Let's get some more stacked and packed put together. Let's make it all happen. And yeah, here we are ready to go. And I think because we were away for so long, we're going to be back with a bit of a bang. We're going to do something a little bit different. Maybe not going to get we're not going to get a full podcast from us now, but what we are going to do is a little bit of a product review and a product opening. So we've got, as you can probably see, this year's Obsidian. It's reasonably new to market still, but we're going to sit here. We're going to have a bit of a box battle. Me and Frankie have got one each. Well, let's have a little look. We'll talk about the cards, our experiences so far of what we've seen of the product, then get into our own.
Sounds good. Obsidian, Rich, where does it fall on your radar of yearly releases?
I love Obsidian. I always like it. I think it's one of those where I rank it in the same place I do Inception and Museum, which price point wise probably makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Product wise probably makes quite a lot of sense. It's a 7 to 10 card product, the same as the other ones. I'm a fan. Now, if I were to try and rank it within those three, I'd probably rank it in the exact opposite order than you, because I'd go Inception, Obsidian, Museum. But yeah, I'm a big fan. It's one of those products I always look forward to. I think it's a really nice product to break. I think doing personals on it is maybe sometimes a bit, you know, but that's a 7 product card. It's a 7 card product. It's always going to be the same. So I'm a big fan. What yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a bit of a this is probably the best way to put it, a love-hate relationship with Obsidian. I think when I first really started to get involved in mid to high product is kind of where I'd put Obsidian. It was in those years where it was a fantastic product. The hobby hadn't quite been ruined yet by greed and by people trying to stitch us up. So, you know, the products 2018, 2019, 2020, I thought were just outstanding products. Some of the messy cards from this product's been fantastic. But do you know what, mate? It's such a UK product. It gets terrible review in the USA. For whatever reason, they don't like the designs. I've always been a fan of the designs, the black. I think they're, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Inception. Yeah. I think that they're too boundary pushing a lot of the time, whereas I think Obsidian it still has a timeless element to it. I still think they stand the test of time. But I remember the first Obsidian box I ever opened was an NFL one, and I hit Justin Herbert RPA to 100, which I thought was a massive card. He was the quarterback chase at that particular time. It was worth like 99 quid. And yeah, I was so surprised, struggled to sell it in the end. And it's very much a product that isn't well received in America. And usually products stand up because of what's driven in America. Whereas this one seems to stand up based on the European market on its own. So yeah, it's an interesting one. I like it. I've always been a fan. It had 2 fantastic years, I felt, across sort of 2019 and 2020. And then it lost its way. Checklist fell off. Legend autos fell off. And we just saw a product that was, I guess, too much in terms of an RRP price point for what you were getting out of the boxes. There weren't enough of those big hits. There weren't enough of the big chases to stand up to its price point. But I think last year we saw that turn for the first time in a long time. And I'm hoping, because I'll be honest with you, Rich, I haven't seen loads of it this year. I haven't even done too much digging into the checklist. Kind of want to see it for the first time today.
Like that.
We'll get a feel on whether or not the value looks like it's going to hold up, or whether it's going to be another iffy year for Obsidian. Have you seen much of it?
I mean, fingers crossed, it looks like unbelievable value because I'm going to hit a colour blast and you're going to take down. But it's going to look unbelievable value in this video. I've seen quite a lot. And I tell you what, the one thing I'll go this year, and obviously people will know from previous episodes, is pretty. And I like pretty. I think the 25s in years, that beautiful iridescent rainbow, look fantastic. I think the thing that I've noticed quite a lot of that I really, really like is the patches this year have really, really improved. So I'm seeing even to things like to 25 patches have got bits of sponsor, bits of name badge, things like that, which historically, I think Panini patches really, really get hampered with. They very often just napkins. And we've spoken quite a lot about that. I think we did in the last episode. We were talking about unassociated patches and napkin patches and stuff. So it's almost like they listened to us and have completely redesigned the product to make sure that the patches are good across all the numbering, which I like, because if they are going to be unassociated, at least make it look good. And I think that's what we've got here, which is fantastic. The 101s look really nice. You get that geometric kind of style, which pop. I've seen some beautiful like just coloration and designs, and they always mix it up a little bit, like the volcanic and things like that, lightning strike. We've still got the usuals in here again. I think it's a nice product. I certainly prefer this year's to the last two, and I think Obsidian really lost its way, and I think this has been a good resurgence for Obsidian, because I think you're right, and I think it's a great point. It only has a market here, so if it loses us, Obsidian's going to really start struggling. So I think this year it's done really, really well, and obviously we know there's big chases, lots of Yamal, lots of Endrick, lots of other, you know, names that we're all wanting to find. So yeah, I think it's an interesting product this year, and I'm looking forward to ripping the box,
getting our hands on it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Do you know one thing I really love about Obsidian? Where so you could look at it both ways, but because Obsidian basketball always comes a couple of months before, and the design always carries over. It's always really good getting a look at the design in basketball, seeing if you like it, and then knowing whether you want to kind of try and pre-order or try and get your hands on some Obsidian before it's actually released. So I always like having a little sneak peek at the design in basketball, but I was impressed this year. Like I say, I think it's always been very clean. I like the dark background because I just think it just makes certain imagery stand out. But they have also, and it's, I don't know whether this is the modern way, but I think Topps have really been pushing their design boundaries. I think they've pushed it a little bit in Obsidian this year, but without taking it too far. So look, I haven't seen them in hand yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing them. How are we going to work this box battle, Rich? Are we going to do it based on best value card, lowest numbered? How do we want to run this?
I think the highest value card wins.
Okay.
And if it's close and we can't decide on the fly, the comment section decides.
Okay, that's a deal.
Or, oh yeah, go on, let's go single highest value card. Although, you know, overall return could be...
Yeah. Interesting. No, let's go single value. I like
single
it.
value.
I like it. Right, here's the fun start. This is where it all begins. Are we going to go card each?
Card for card.
Card for card. Come on in. Nothing like ripping a product like this. Always fun. You can tell who rips more product on stream, can't you, here, eh?
God, catch up.
I know, you're flying there, mate. I'm so impressed. So impressed.
Right, if I remember rightly, if I've got my idea right, it should be die cut on the back. So if we go from the bottom card first, and then that should... We'll go first. It's strong. It's a strong start.
Very nice.
Jude Bellingham Supernova to 75. I like the fact we always get that inclusion of the die cuts. I think that's a nice...
Me, it looks like I've got a die cut in the second one there.
It does actually, doesn't it?
Shall I just go bottom though, as you went bottom?
Yeah, go bottom. Let's.
Come on, let's go bottom. And same team, not quite as good a player, but still nice. Valverde. I guess we're getting a real good look at the base there. 2, 1, 4, 5.
Still think he's one of the most underrated players in Europe.
Yeah, Obsidian's notoriously difficult to grade, and when they stick borders on it like this, they wonder why.
Back with borders again.
But there you go, yeah.
Right, looks like you've got your die cut next, and I think I've got my additional single card on top.
All good.
We're all good. I'm going to go for the top one next then. Then we're going to probably get your die next. And this should probably be, it is my base. Mark Bernal, Barcelona rookie. And that is going to be to just 20. We like it. We do like it. I'll take that every single day of the week.
I mean, Pedri was kind of a big chase in this, if you remember back when he was the rookie.
I mean, that was part of that year, wasn't it? Because we were talking about the 2021 box, and that had Pedri rookies, we had Bellingham rookies, Camavinga rookies, Musiala rookies, all in the same product, which is crazy, crazy stuff.
Yeah, all supported by a massive checklist of legends.
It was.
Oh, we don't like to see goalkeepers. Yeah.
Mike Mannion. I must admit, I thought he was coming to United. I was actually convinced he was going to be at United at one point.
12 of 49. Nice design though. Yeah.
The Supernovas are smart.
Yeah, they are nice.
They are smart. Oh, and then it looks like I am on to... We're on to our hit cards by the looks of it.
So we start going off the top?
Start going off the top. First up then, to 199 is going to be a patch auto for Lily Johannes.
I mean, no better time. I don't know who it is, but...
This is a big conversation we've had quite often, isn't it? There is no better time right now to get American players than in the build-up to the hype of the American World Cup coming next year. I've said to anyone, honestly, you might not be getting good money for your cards now, but hold on to them. If you can afford to just sit and hold your American cards, I would be doing so. Because I think just next summer, once the American market gets introduced to soccer properly, it's going to be crazy.
Purple flood time.
Beautiful.
Dennis Undav. I mean, very nice card. Super glossy. I'd say slightly paler than the purple flood from the previous year.
I think that's fair to say.
Slightly paler. Don't mind it, actually. Wish it was a stronger player. Numbered to 30. So, there we go. Not the purple flood you would hope for, but there we go.
Let's see if I can up a little bit and follow what we had. And it's this time is going to be Julian Alvarez Lightning Strike autograph. Julian, I'll tell you what, he's won it all.
Yeah, he has.
And that is going to be to just 25 on the autograph for Julian Alvarez. Nice little card, that one.
How mad was it that a striker like that, who, as you say, won it all, played for City, clearly super talented, a striker, a goal scorer, and his rookies went down to being worth, well, they were almost valueless.
It's genuinely crazy. I believe he left, was it just after the treble winning season? So he won the treble. So he'd won the Copa America, the World Cup, the Premier League, the League Cup, the FA Cup, and the Champions League, all by the age of 21 years old. He's completed football, and yet the disrespect within the hobby, the value on his cards is crazy. And I think we just see that sometimes. And it's not even like we've spoken about this before when you get players like Camavinga, who I think is monstrously underrated, but he's a midfielder who sometimes plays left back. He's not flary. This guy's an out-and-out goal scorer. He is a very good... He's just brilliant at putting the ball in the net.
Do you think it was different? Say he'd signed for Real Madrid. Do you think his value would have held up? Was it the Atletico Madrid issue, or do you think it is just no respect of a player?
I think it's no respect because his value wasn't there when he was at City.
Yeah,
he was never massive. He was always overshadowed by Garnacho, who are both Argentinian. But he had managed to get into the team and was part of the World Cup side and the Copa side, where Garnacho wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I just think he's one of the most underappreciated players.
All right, what have we got here? Oh, it's the same girl.
Beautiful.
Iridescent rookie of Lily Johannes.
Rookie case hit.
Yeah, a bit of a theme here. We need her to have a big World Cup, that's for sure. If she goes and gets the winner in the final, we're all right.
We're retiring. No more streams. Podcast's done. Let's see what we got next then. So it's going to be our first patch. We're sticking on the US women's theme.
Yeah, wow.
Trinity Rodman on the eruption. We're talking about the lack of napkin patches. It's not quite happened there, but it is to 125. It is a bit of a phone number. But the eruption for Trinity Rodman coming through. You know, again, USA cards, I don't hate it right now. It's like an unrealised gain.
Yeah, it is. I have to say, I might have preferred different things coming out here, though, but who knows? Right, here we go. First autograph. It is a rookie. Real Madrid, Johan Martinez. I don't know much about him, Rich, to be perfectly honest. We've gone napkin. We've bigged up the patches.
I know.
Ain't quite happening here. Numbered to 50. Real Madrid rookie. Look, they can go one of two ways, can't they? We've had them before where they vanish and they never to be seen again.
Nakata was one of those.
That was one.
Yeah,
Exactly
that was
right.
on loads of his cards.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever actually saw him play a game of football.
No. And then alternatively, you can get lucky with them. So I think we need to liven up a little bit here, mate.
It needs something, doesn't it? It needs an injection. What's interesting, it looks like I've only got 2 more cards left and you appear to have 3. All right. You win. Let's see what's next. It's going to be Galaxy Gear for Showa Mane. I'll tell you what, Real Madrid, Barcelona and USA have done very, very well between us. To 50 for Showa Mane on the Galaxy Gear. Again, a good looking card. I love the pattern, the design. You know, they're really, really nice. They're strong cards this year. Not quite the player we want, you know, but... You know, we take it.
8 card box, Rich. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What do you reckon?
I don't know, but you've definitely got 8 cards.
Yeah. Is it that we've got an absolute banger in here, or is it that they're all absolutely rubbish, that they felt sorry
Possible
for
this could be extra.
Yeah, that's a very good point. There we go. Jeremy Pino. Again, probably not the player we're looking for. Another, it's not even like... I mean, these patches could quite easily have been cut from one massive sheet of white fabric. They're all like so the same. Look,
probably was.
Actually, the texture of them is a little bit different.
All of them.
I know.
If you start taking them all, they've actually just walked into the local home base,
grabbed a bit of fabric and gone, that'll do.
Walked into the range. I'll have a couple of king size fitted sheets.
Yeah. So 189.
That's good. That's actually like crazy. There's actually 5 patch cards out. Between them, containing 7 patches, all of which are plain white napkins. That's mental.
It's a bad advertisement for the improved patches.
I'll do mine, and then you can double up.
Oh, that's a better colour.
It's looking nice.
It looks... Oh.
Okay. It's a red patch.
Yeah.
Bertrand Traore, AFC Ajax. That is numbered to 99. Less said the better.
Yeah, that's tough, that, mate.
That's a tough box. That is.
I mean, as people know, we've got the stacked and packed products. Is there any card there that goes into anything above a flyweight? Maybe the Alvarez at a push.
Maybe Alvarez. I don't even know if Bernal does. I know he's to 20.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very, very tough, that. Right, we need to somehow pull a bit of magic. It's not going to happen because it is Pau Cabrassi, numbered to 50. I mean, we do have another colour patch, and it's got a little bit of detail on it.
It's a beautiful looking card.
It is a very
design.
nice looking card. Yeah, I can go with that. Yeah, I do really like the design on that one. That is a nice, the atomic material. There we go. And to save the day, what can we do?
Pray. Gerald Harto. Oh.
Oh no, I hate this guy. He's probably my most hated player in football. I cannot stand him. Jordan Henderson.
Frankie, I'm pretty sure we bonded years ago over a mutual hatred of Jordan
We did.
Henderson.
That was what, yeah, we did. Wow.
That's insane. Oh, look, more white napkins.
I think that would be very difficult to pick a winner from that box, mate, to be honest.
Should we say that Panini are the winners here?
Panini are always the winners.
I think you win. You have a case hit. You have an iridescent.
Yeah, but would I prefer that or the Julian Alvarez? I think the best card on the table is the Julian Alvarez.
I think
potentially the Bernal, but I don't know nothing about him and what his potential's like. But if it was right now, forgetting what future potential's all about, the Julian Alvarez is the one that I'd probably have.
There we go. I'll tell you what. Which box would you prefer? Would you rather have opened... Neither is not an option. Would you have rather opened Rich's box or Frankie's box? And that is a hell of a choice.
I mean, that's the game. That's how it goes. To be honest, that is probably Obsidian.
It is Obsidian. When you hit with Obsidian, you hit. When you hit, you hit. That's the thing, you know. And a good friend of mine, I've seen him pull in Vinny Jr. 101s. We've seen the Christian Pulisic 101 auto. I've seen Mbappe autos flying around. You know, the cards are there, and it's the saying that we say on my streams. It's the game we play. You know, and if you won every time, it would be boring. But on that sense, that was a...
Do you know what's interesting, Rich? And this is why we do what we do. You all know, stacked and packed, there is not a single card there that goes into our lowest stacked and packed product. Maybe, as we said, the Julian Alvarez. If it was you, do you buy 7 boxes of flyweight or do you buy 1 box of Obsidian?
Without sounding biased, yeah.
Yeah, and that's how we see it, and that's why we do what we do. For times like now, this is the hobby. If people weren't opening product, stacked and packed doesn't exist because we can't buy on the aftermarket to put together what we feel is value for money product. But yeah, very, very difficult opening that. But as we said, that is the game, that is the hobby. Hopefully, if any of you are ripping Obsidian out there, you do far better than we did.
We've taken the bad boxes for you.